I don't know if I covered this, but I mean, if we take a look at this picture, maybe I did cover this. I don't remember. But here we have the pinup girl here, and we have the cat over here, and then we have, of course, the Nazi bullshit, and the death. It's power. This is represented here because this helmet really represents the head of a penis. Okay, and then here's the vagina. Okay, and here's the electrical. It's called a pussy on a woman and a pussy cat for a reason, because it's a cation. This place was set up for power. We're off the grid of the big grid. That's the being cut off from God. We're a self-sustaining planet that's dying. The magnetic energy or the resonance of this planet is being sucked out by Saturn. That's what's going on. The magnetic north, I can tell you as a pilot, keeps drifting because the magnetic resonance of this planet is dying. People are like little extension cords that are feeding off of us just by being alive. But you can't tell people to sustain this place, you got to go. So what happens? They make wars, they make diseases. Okay, that's how that works. It has nothing to do with the food. It has to do with the energy consumption of people just existing. And the star that's inside, that's creating the energy, is dying. Now, the Georgia Guidestones say 500 million. That's because if you were to balance it out, the world could sustain itself, maybe indefinitely, at no more than 500 million people without losing. It's a balancing act between what Saturn is sucking out of the planet and how many people are running around here. At the rate that it's going, it can't sustain it because we're cut off the original grid. In other words, we don't have any power coming in. We're creating our own power with CERN and other things, looking for negative neutrinos and all of that crap. But when you tell the rest of the world, look, you got to go, well, it's the whole Star Trek thing, isn't it? The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Well, the few is a few hundred billion or a few hundred million people. We're talking what? There's 8 billion people, and they want to reduce it to 500 million. So you can already guess that that's going to be specific bloodlines with certain theologies, and that don't include me or you. This place, we're on a dying battery. And all of these wars are being fought over power. Literally. And I don't mean governmental power, I mean energy. They're all set up on grids of power, and things don't work like you think they do. There's a whole story being told just in this picture, but it's the same story that's being told in all of these other pictures. This planet is dying. If you look at vegetables and stuff that grow up by Alaska, by the poles, they're always bigger than they are over here. Because of the magnetics. Everything used to be bigger. People, animals, now it's smaller. Because the magnetic resonance, I don't know how to put it in the correct form that you'll get it, but it's like mini-me with Dr. Evil. Or Horton Hears a Who. It's like everything gets smaller. Everything is getting smaller. We're a dying planet. You can't just go tell people we got to off you so we can survive. So you have to make up boogeymen. We're cut off from the original system. They like to say that they're heroes by cutting us off. I don't know. We've been through this before. You know the story. This broad and this cat are the same thing. Here's death. Here's the dickhead. Here's the woman's vagina. It's all there. So the sexual act is a violent act, but yet it brings creation. That's how they justify wars. Yeah, we wiped out a shitload of them, but look, we get to start all over. We bombed the fuck out of Nazi Germany, and what do we do as soon as it was over? We rebuilt them. Got all brand new buildings. Sex is a violent act. That's why you'll find it always in the movies with sex and violence. Emanates from the same part of the head. This thing is really big, but you can understand the basic childlike story the best way that I can explain it to you. Religions are built up around all of this stuff. Jesus knew how this stuff worked, man, and that's why he called these fuckers out on it. You know, basically he was just saying, stop fucking running around playing a role, you assholes. We all know how it works. Doesn't matter if you believed in him or not. It's just take it for what he stood for. The truth. To cut out all of this bullshit and just level with the people. Just fucking level with the people. Stop standing around like you're some kind of holy roller and you're better than everybody. Because you ain't. We're killing each other because planets and stars line up a specific way. It's like playing a record over and over. It's so fucked up. It's insane. But it is what it is. So do your best to understand, because I'm doing the best I can to explain it. And it's nothing to say that I'm correct. I'm just trying to explain it to you from the way that I'm seeing it.